line in 3, 2, 1, robot.
First 15 seconds completely pre-programmed and autonomous. 91-19 is moving swiftly off that line. Autonomous is the only point in the game where you get movement for points alone. 135, usually a high performer during that autonomous time period. That Coral just slipping out of their grip, but they're coming back for another one with a little bit of time remaining. They're set up well for the teleoperated game. We'll see how they do with the remaining 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Scores currently 12-13 in favor of the Red Alliance. That's only 1 point, easy to make up, but that will continue to change and adjust as we continue in today's event. 10-3-32, one of our favorite rookie teams here, the Chargers. Their robot's name is Frederick, quickly cycling between the human player station, the Coral station, and their lower part of the reef. Each of those worth 2 points for their alliance. 38-65, the Riley Wildbots from South Bend, Indiana, doing the same, but with an elevator mechanism, allowing the place higher up on the Coral, worth up to 5 points that they're able to place at the top and ascending on their way down. 16-46, a blue robot over on the red side, only allowed one of those at a time in this season's game. They're going to do some defensive action, trying to prevent their opponents from scoring as many points, trying to be disruptive and prevent them from doing so. 91-19, again, that's Iron Legends, working on scoring that algae in the processor. Interesting enough, right, you're passing that to your opponents. No human player here to score those, so those will continue to pile up. And we'll check and take a peek and see how that continues throughout this event. 94-31, trying to share it with the Coral Station and receiving some defense from the Blue Alliance, but they'll continue to cycle between that. Teams trying to keep those cycle times pretty low. That's the time between picking up a game piece and then scoring it. 50 seconds remaining in a match. Scores currently 43-49. Only a 6-point difference. That's 2 Coral just about anywhere on the reef. Continuing to score, 31-19, scoring in their processor. 40 seconds remaining in our match. Checking in with our friends, 94-31. That's Gold Standard. They're one of our rookie teams last year, and they're continuing to learn and evolve. The robot has evolved many times at this event, now featuring ratchet straps. Those are allowed and will continue to keep the robot in one piece. We just heard that sonar sound. We're starting to see robots making their way over to the cage and get themselves elevated off the ground. Again, the longer the chain, the more points they'll gain. So those deep cages closer to the ground, but they're harder to design around. Teams are working throughout the season, trying to figure out how to get those extra points for getting that climb. 4 seconds, we're winding down in a match, and that's about all we have. Qualification match 55 here at the Finn District Mishawaka event. Winning there with a score 70 to Blue Alliance is 61. Lots of scores in the processor and in the Coral in this case. Red Alliance walking away with 3 ranking points for inning, and both teams getting those points in autonomous. Stick tight for qualification match 56.